Welcome, fellow golf lovers. My name is Jason Chambers, a PGA teaching professional located in San Juan Capistrano, California, and this is For the Love of Golf, a channel designed around my mission to lay out the foundations for you to build your game around for a lifetime of improvement and enjoyment. According to Webster's New World Dictionary, a Rube Goldberg machine is a comically involved, complicated invention laboriously contrived to perform a simple operation. When I saw this one on television the other day, I thought, man, that seems like most folks trying to play golf. It is 97 operations that have to be performed exactly in the same order every time for it to be consistent. Now, the golf swing takes maybe 1.5 seconds. Try accomplishing anything with 97 coordinated events in 1.57 seconds. Impossible. And those perfect shots, well, congratulations, you did it. Unfortunately, the next shot you missed step 64 and the shot goes way left. One after that, you missed steps 18, 19, and 37, and you cold top one down the fairway. Impossible and frustrating. How many swing thoughts do you have during a round of golf? During a practice session? When you wake up at 2:15 a.m. with cold sweats? If you are like I was, and most people are, they are always there, rotating around, promising to cure you if you just do it right this time. A magic release of the club, sit and swing, ground force reactions, blah, blah, blah. Chaos. And that chaos causes more problems than it fixes. Do some or even all of those have some legitimacy? God, yes. Each in their own system is a great foundation for consistency. Unfortunately, playing mix and match with systems is what causes something to go worse. And then paralysis by analysis, and then all of a sudden you have compensations that you're making for trying to get those 97 things into your Rube Goldberg machine because you have all those swing tips floating through your head. Is this the way? This is not the way. Will I talk to you about how to move your body more efficiently? With individual and online lessons, I work with the student to eliminate their own compensations. I build positive efficiencies, and then I drill until it's unconsciously done. This is a good reason that one-on-one or small group lessons are critical, but we're not face-to-face here. So I will let you in on the real secret of golf. You only have to master 3 variables to become a great golfer. That's it. 3. Simple, right? Well, not so fast. Let's go over these 3 fundamentals, and in future episodes, we can talk more about how to achieve these. The first fundamental, and what I believe is the most critical, is where you strike the ground. Controlling your low point is key to consistently striking the golf ball solid. Controlling this element is the key to consistent distance. Consistent distance is one of the triad of things that you need to have in order to plan and then execute a shot. For example, if you're faced with a 127-yard shot with a 115-yard carry over water, what's the most important thing you need to do? That's right, get the ball over the water. So let's say you hit an 8-iron with 130 yards on average. What is the one thing you cannot do here? That's right, fat. By hitting the ground before you strike the ball, you lose club and ball speed. And that 138-yard 8-iron is now about to find a watery grave. Was it your direction that mattered? No. Was it the fact you had to strike the ball with a full energy and transfer that energy to the ball like you usually do? And that, my friend, is why you will have a second attempt at this shot. Likewise, if you miss the ground and hit the ball on the equator, now your ball flight is a line drive that may or may not skip over the water. But knowing if this will work out is a risk that is no fun to take. So, when I approach improvement in your game, this fundamental is my most critical variable. If you cannot do this with any consistency, the other 2 fundamentals do not matter. Conversely, if you do this consistently, one of the other 2 starts to take care of itself, and the other one is still a variable that we have to work on. Until you can do this consistently, there is no moving forward. You have to strike the golf ball consistently solid in order to be able to generate consistent shots. And to do that, you have to control where your club meets the ground. Once you've begun to strike the ground in the same location every time, the next most important fundamental in golf is controlling the path and the club face at impact. Yeah, that sounds like 2 things. And often I'll work separately with the student on one or the other if I'm in person. but they are so interrelated that they must be analyzed together. Let's take a break and discuss the physics of golf. There are 9 combinations of path and club face combinations that result in 9 different ball flights. Seeing that chart, it may seem overwhelming. However, the key to controlling this is understanding the relationship between the path of your club and the direction the club face is pointing. A simple rule to remember is that the face sends the ball and the path bends it. For instance, if your face is pointed to the right, you are going to hit a push of some kind. If your path matches the face direction, say an inside-out path, you will hit a push. If your path is more inside-out than the face, you will hit a push draw. If your path is to the left of the club face direction, you will then hit the dreaded push fade, also known as a slice. As you can see, neither path nor face are more important, but must be controlled together in order to know the flight. And while there are people who don't want a certain flight, as long as you know the desired effect and what causes it, you can plan your way around a golf course. And while not my most crucial factor, this fundamental is critical to becoming a proficient and consistent golfer. So what's left? Well, many of my students claim that this final fundamental is their most important, though I will always argue that the lack of control of the first two is the reason that this one is not being maximized. It is playing with enough distance to play the golf course in regulation. Note I did not say maximum distance. That is fallacy sold to the world through the golf club marketing and highlighting the distance of the PGA Tour professionals. But what you need to have if you want to shoot par is enough distance to reach the par 3s with 1 stroke, the par 4s with 2 strokes, and the par 5s with 3 strokes. This ability is critical for being able to have an opportunity to make birdies and pars. If you cannot hit the ball far enough, you will need to develop an above average short game just to have a chance. That's it. Those 3 things are all you need to be able to do to play consistent, competent golf. Now, if you want to be scratch, you have to be excellent or at least way above average at all 3, and putt and chip well. But if your goal is to have an enjoyable time, make some great shots, and not have those shots, then let's figure it out and build a plan for you to make those 3 elements as strong as you can. In the end, I want you to enjoy the game you love more. That is what my site is for, and that is what my mission is. So stay tuned for insight and instruction, and if you want, contact me for more individualized instruction. My contact information is in the link below. Love your game more.